As many companies are adopting Agile project management, it is good to have a knowledge in Agile methodology. We will learn the terminologies used in Agile, in alphabetical order, in a series of videos. In order to reduce the length of the video, we have split the video into smaller videos, so that it would be easy to watch and learn. An Agile methodology is an iterative approach to software development. Each iteration of Agile methodology takes a short time interval of 1 to 4 weeks. The Agile development process is aligned to deliver the changing business requirement. It distributes the software with faster and fewer changes. The acceptance criteria specified a set of conditions that the software must meet in order to satisfy the customer. The product owner writes statements from the customer's point of view that explain how a user story or feature should work. Acceptance criteria should be written in clear, easy to understand language. For example, if I am logged in, when I click the buy button, the total item count for my cart should increase by 1. Acceptance testing is the formal testing conducted to determine whether or not a system satisfies its acceptance criteria, and to enable the customer to determine whether or not to accept the system. The test has only 2 results, pass or fail. Acceptance tests are written by the product owner, and should be brief statements that explain intended behavior and result. Actual time estimation is a time-based method of estimating development work. Its intent is to best approximate the amount of time required to complete a given development task. Generally, these estimates are calculated using ideal engineering hours. Examples: this task will be complete in 10 days. Or, this task will be complete by January 10th. The Agile Manifesto includes 4 values and 12 principles of an iterative software development process. In February 2001, 17 software developers met in Utah to discuss lightweight development methods. They published the Manifesto for Agile Software Development, which covered how they found better ways of developing software by doing it and helping others do it. Project managers refer to the Agile Manifesto when they are managing any process that aligns with its core concepts, such as Agile methodology. The Agile Release Train is a long-lived, self-organizing team of Agile teams, a virtual organization, 5 to 12 teams, that plans, commits, and executes together. Parts are organized around the enterprise's significant value streams, and live solely to realize the promise of that value, by building solutions that deliver benefit to the end user. Application lifecycle management is a continuous process of managing a software application, from its initial planning to its retirement. ALM is used throughout the entire project, and involves the use of a variety of tools to assist with requirements management, architecture, coding, testing, tracking, and release. A backlog is a changing list of product requirements, based on the customer's needs. The backlog is not a to-do list, rather, it is a list of all the desired features for the product. The Agile team uses the backlog to prioritize features and understand which features to implement first. Backlog grooming is the process of adding new user stories to the backlog, reprioritizing existing stories as needed, creating estimates, and deconstructing larger stories into smaller stories or tasks. Also called story time or backlog refinement. Backlog item is a unit of work, usually a story or a task, listed on the project's backlog. Big visual charts are large charts, displayed near the Agile team that show how the team is progressing. You could make a big visible chart to show defects, velocity, Burndown Chart, customer acceptance tests, or to find out how much time the team is wasting. Bottleneck. any resource or process, whose capacity is less than, or equal to the demand placed on it, thus constraining the flow of work or information, through the process. In version control and software configuration management, branching is the process of duplicating objects, example, sources, files or directory, such that the duplicates can be modified in parallel. A burndown chart indicates on a daily basis the amount of work remaining in the sprint. The vertical axis represents the backlog, while the horizontal axis represents time. Also known as release burndown chart, iteration burndown chart, sprint burndown chart. A burnup chart tracks how much work has been completed. There are two lines on the chart, one line represents total work and the other represents work completed. The vertical axis represents the amount of work and can be measured in number of tasks, hours, or story points. The horizontal axis represents time, usually measured in days. Cadence describes the flow or rhythm of events or tasks in a project. It establishes a pattern that the team can follow to understand what they are doing and when it will be completed. Capacity represents the amount of work that can be completed within a certain time frame, and is based on the number of hours that an individual or team will be available to complete the work. The terms chicken and pig come from the Chicken and Pig story by Ken Schwaber, a software developer who helped formulate the initial version of Scrum. Most often used in Scrum, a chicken refers to someone who is involved in the project, but is not accountable for any specific deliverable, such as a stakeholder or manager. On the other hand, a pig is someone who is committed and directly accountable for deliverables. Code smell. Anything in the source code of a program that may indicate that something may be wrong with that program. Common code smells are often used to diagnose the quality of legacy code. Code smells generally indicate that the code should be refactored or the overall design should be re-examined. In a continuous delivery environment, you can deploy software at any point in its life cycle. In the event that the software is for whatever reason not deployable, the delivery team swarms to rectify the issue. Anyone can get fast, automated feedback on the production readiness of their systems if and when anyone makes a change. You can perform push-button deployments of any version of the software to any environment on demand. Continuous deployment is a software development discipline, where you build software in such a way that every successful change goes through the development pipeline and automatically gets put into production, resulting in many possible production deployments every day. An extension of continuous integration, continuous deployment aims to minimize the time between coding and releasing the produced code to a live production environment where the end user can benefit from it. Continuous integration is a software engineering practice that involves continual integration of new development code into the existing code base. Once a feature is completed, developers test it for defects and then integrate it into the existing code base. This ensures that the code repository always contains the latest working software build. Cross-functional team comprised of members with all functional skills and specialties necessary to complete a project from start to finish. Thanks for watching the video. Please like and share the video. You can view more videos in the playlist of the channel, or click on the links mentioned in the description below the video name. Also, kindly subscribe the channel.